Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is it working? Is this working? Oh. My headphones weren't on. There we go, much better. All right. Yeah, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, awesome, it works. Seems I got one viewer. What's up? All right, awesome. So, I just want to talk about a few things that I've, keeping up to date with the whole, the whole, the whole Reddit war with hedge funds, and it's actually pretty interesting what's happening here. What's happening here is a complete disregard for any type of decency, if that makes any sense. It's more like, you have the haves and the have-nots, and the haves spend most of their time ridiculing how the have-nots spend their money, which is absolutely fascinating. And then now, when you have a scenario where the have-nots are actually using what the haves have to their advantage, it's a complete uproar. It's a complete uproar. I don't know, some people call it market manipulation. I think that's silly, calling it market manipulation when, in all honesty, there's only one side that really is, manipulating the market, right? I mean, if you have short selling in and of itself has always been such an interesting concept to me, where you have the ability to look into a company's financials, and if the company is struggling, you place a bet that the company's stock is going to nosedive. And then after that, you proceed to do press releases and interviews and, talk to multiple people about why this company sucks and why the stock should nosedive, which in and of itself is manipulation. Short sellers themselves are manipulators, right? It's no wonder they're known as the snakes of the financial world, right? Now, what I don't get is how it's fair. It's crazy. Like, it's actually really frustrating. Like, it actually frustrates me because some average person, let's say for example, I'm Joe Bloke and I have 100K. And, I think that, I see a stock and I think it's worth what it is and I'm going to dump a bunch of money into it. Now, when you're investing into a stock, the number one thing you should always know is that it's a risk. The stock that you're buying has a potential risk, right? So now, if you do buy the stock and the stock ends up tanking, what's going to happen is you're going to lose all your money, right? It's a no-brainer. You're going to lose all your money and no one's going to be able to help you. There's no, like, majority of the time, if you lose your money, that's it, man. Like, there's no, trampoline waiting to catch you. None of that. And what happens from there is you really start to question the privilege that separates people, right? The difference between the haves and the have-nots. Now, Joe Bloke just lost $100,000. There's no one really there to help Joe Bloke. Joe Bloke he's really fucked. Now you have a company like Citron. Citron bet that GameStop stock was going to crash. Now, when GameStop stock didn't crash, and the stock went up higher and higher and higher, and they kept losing more and more and more and more money, they got a bailout. They got a bailout by a couple of their rich friends which they proceeded to use that money to double down and short GameStop even more. Now that's fine. You know, if that's how you want to use your money, then absolutely, by all means, that's how you use your money. But what's annoying is this. What's annoying is the fact that right as soon as Citron got the bailout and proceeded to short GME stock, Citadel, who is a shareholder of Robinhood, told Robinhood to stop selling all the stocks that they had shorted. So GME, AMC, BB, Nokia, all the stocks that were being shorted by a bunch of hedge funds. Citadel told Robinhood to basically not allow anybody to buy these stocks. Now, what happens? Now, this is what happens. You have platforms like TD, Fidelity, Robinhood, and a bunch of other platforms that have all restricted the sale of any of those stocks. Now what happens? The stock tanks. Now while I was watching it today, I was watching the stock tanking. Now this is the crazy part. This is actually the fascinating part that I'm going to show you guys. Hold up. I'm going to show you. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Now, here's GameStop today. Right? So if we look at here for the last hour. Now this is where it gets funny. Actually, let's go 5 minutes. This is where it gets really, really interesting. Now, as you can see, this was today, right? This was today, and around when the market opened, right? You have GME was trading at $464. Trading at $464. That was the high. That was the high for today. Right? Now, the high. This is the high for today. Now, what's interesting is this. Now, this is completely, what I'm about to say is anecdotal. Do whatever research that you want. But I heard that where Citron and a lot of these, hedge fund companies, where they needed to hit to make their money back was 120. Now you have Robinhood and all the, the cronies on Wall Street only allowing people to sell their stocks, right? Only allowing people to sell their stocks. You can't buy stocks here. And even if you do, it's probably on some weird type of market order that they're only allowing certain individuals. Here, there's no buying. It's just downward spiral from here. And what's the lowest point? The lowest point just happens to be at around 120-ish. Somewhere around here. That's the lowest point. I do know that the stock went under 120. Now, what does that show me? It shows me two things. It shows that these companies restricted trading of GME and allowed the stock to tank until their buddies could hit their stop loss, which is, I'm assuming, 120, somewhere around here. And then as soon as the stop loss was hit, oh, well, look what happened. Now there's green. Right now, GameStop is just consolidating. And what happens from here is really anybody's guess. You really can't tell what's going to happen in the next few days or so. But it's just fascinating how you can just see the blatant behavior that occurred here today. And then you have these hedge fund dudes and these Wall Street dudes going on the news complaining about, oh, you know, this is market manipulation. What these Reddit users are doing is complete market manipulation. How is someone using your own rules against you market manipulation? How? How? It just doesn't make any sense. And which is funny because I came across an interesting meme. Let me see if I can find it. It was actually really interesting. I'll pull it up here. Hold up. Somebody did this today. And they were like... They changed it on Wikipedia, and they were like, Robinhood Markets Incorporated is an American financial services company headquartered in Menlo Park, California. The company is directly controlled by the men in suits. On January 28, 2021, they restricted purchase of certain stocks like GME, AMC, and Nokia because they are extremely volatile. Isn't volatility part of being in the stock market? This app is not for your average hardworking everyday American. The company's actions on January 28, 2021 were a telltale sign that they are the men in suits and should not be used by your everyday hardworking American. Right now, a bunch of people are leaving GameStop. Sorry, not GameStop. A bunch of people are leaving. What's it called? Fuck is it called? Robinhood. I think a bunch of them are heading over to Webull and another company that I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is absolutely unacceptable behavior. Like, this is clear. Like, do you even see this? Like, if you go here, like, this is just selling. And I also saw people posting how, what's it called? I don't know if it was Wealth Simple. It could have been all of them. But basically they were saying that if they thought that your portfolio was deemed too risky, they were going to execute the shares for you. They're going to sell your shares without your consent. And this is just, look at this, 264,852. Like, this is just dumping shares. And this is just so their buddies can make their money back. Absolutely insane. This is nuts. I don't even know how this is, like, this is crazy. This is nuts. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some guy, right? But, you know, do what you want to do. But it's not going to end well for a lot of these hedge funds. Like, people are really going to try their best now to really fuck with these companies. If it wasn't a problem before, it's going to be a massive issue right now, and I don't think there's anything they can do about it. They've literally set a target for themselves by doing this. But that's all that I got for today. I'll probably do another live stream later, but I hope everyone has a great day. Take care. Peace.